Good afternoon and welcome to the 8th and final day of the UCI 2017 Masters Track Cycling World Championships, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. In our program this evening, we have individual pursuits, team pursuits, a points race, and match sprinting for the women. You'll see the finals and new world champions crowned. We've already had 2 world's best set in qualifying this morning, in addition to the 2 the day before that, and so many more that I've lost track over these 8 days of competition. There are 5 minutes remaining in warm-up. Riders will clear the track in 5 minutes, and we'll start the race at 3 o'clock with the men's 75+ individual pursuit final. It'll be an 8-lap race against the clock, 2,000 meters, where the fastest man will win either bronze in the heat for 3rd and 4th or gold and silver in the heats for 1st and 2nd place. All finals this evening in individual pursuits, team pursuits, points races, and match sprinting. One minute, riders. The track will close in 1 minute. Men 75 plus and men 70 to 74, you may come through bike check and wait in the ready area. And we'll be getting out sponges in both turns. 260, Rodney Wagner to the home straight ready area. Rider number 260, Rodney Wagner of Australia to the home straight ready area. No less than 25 world best performances set so far over these 8 days of competition, each requiring somewhere between a half dozen and more than a dozen pages to write up. So how about a big round of applause for our officials doing all that paperwork? Start sheets, results, timing strips, bike measurements. I'm sure I've forgotten about 50 other things. And sometimes they even got to get started twice because it would get reset during the event. All right, and they're getting their bikes into the mechanical starting gates. And now, please join me in giving a big round of applause to our competitor on the home straight, the oldest male competitor in this competition, Rodney Wagner of Australia. His opponent on the back straight, 254, Roger Langlois of France. Intends not to respect his elder. Both riders are off and underway. This is a timed final for third and fourth place in the men's 75 plus 2 kilometer individual pursuit and 8 lap time trial around the 250 meter velodrome that is the VELO Sports Center here in the heart of Carson, California. Langlois with a faster opening lap. This is a endurance event, 2 kilometers. Rodney Wagner in the purple. Langlois in the red and white. Wagner now eating into the lead set by Langlois in the opening laps. About 0.3 of a second, the differential. As Wagner and Langlois come to the halfway point, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. And Wagner in purple takes over the lead. 1:33.879 to 1:34.542. Three laps to go. But Langlois is pulling back now. We've got a race, ladies and gentlemen, as we come into the final 2 laps. Less than 1/10 of a second difference between the two as Langlois starts to build a lead now, 1/2 a second. So Langlois coming back in the final laps. Rodney Wagner led it in the middle of the race, and now it's coming down to 1 to go. Racing for the 3rd step on the podium in the award ceremony coming up. Roger Langlois of France and Rodney Wagner of Australia. And it's Langlois of France who will take the bronze. Rodney Wagner finishes in 4th place, having beaten many competitors to get into this final. Langlois' time a 3:07.359 and Wagner's a 3:11.115. Coming up now, the final for the World Championship and the silver medal. On the home straight, he set a world's best of 2:47 this morning in qualifying. Give it up for Leo Menestrina of the USA. And his opponent on the back straight, number 258, Jose Salva Moreno Hernandez of Mexico. Men's 75 plus 2-kilometer individual pursuit final. (2:47.242), the time that Leo would like to beat and create more paperwork. Leo out faster than his competitor. Menestrina coming up on the halfway point, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go, the 1K split. A 1:23.643, 1:23.643. Okay, Menestrina continuing for time. Bell and 1 to go. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the time is 2:47, 2:42. And he finishes in a 2:53.129 and wins the World Championships. Leo Menestrina, 2:53.129. Coming up next, the heat for the bronze medal and 4th place between rider number 283, Jack Kelso on the home straight of the USA, and number 285, Marcel Leclerc of France on the back straight. Kelso in black, Leclerc in yellow, red, and blue. We will go to awards for the individual pursuit after this. So Menestrina, Moreno Hernandez, and Langlois may head to the awards area. Team pursuit to bike check, team pursuit to bike check. Australia, Patton, White, O'Shaughnessy, Murray, Glanville. USA, Tregillis, Brinton, Baumgart, McCarthy. Also the gold medal final, Nicole, Pierce, Sharp, Warner, Pent, Casper, Clipper, Carlson, Mulrooney, and Peterson. Please bring your bikes to bike check. Thank you. You will be up next after the individual pursuit awards. And after Kelso set a faster opening lap, Leclerc retook the lead. Now about a third of a second up on Jack Kelso. Marcel Leclerc in the yellow, red, and blue. This is the men's 70 to 74 2-kilometer individual pursuit final, heat for 3rd and 4th. With 4 laps to go, Leclerc leads by 0.4 of a second, 124.074 to 124.485. Now Kelso retakes the lead. 2 laps to go. Kelso building that lead, almost 0.4. With a lap to go, the difference is almost a second. Jack Kelso riding his way onto the 3rd step of the podium. And Kelso wins the bronze medal with a 2:43.505. Leclerc finishes 4th with a 2:45.206. Coming up next, the gold and silver medal final for the men's 70-74 2-kilometer individual pursuit on the home straight. Your fastest qualifier, rider number 275, Jerry Agnew of the United States, and on the back straight, rider number 279, Stefan Munch Hansen of Denmark. Agnew with a front disc wheel and a black bike. Hansen with an open spoke wheel and a red bike. Both gentlemen wearing black skin suits. Hansen out with the faster opening lap. Agnew now starting to reel in Hansen. And retakes the lead coming into the halfway point, 4 laps into 4 laps to go when he hits the home straight next time. Jerry Agnew's 1K split, a 122.250. Hansen, a 123.200. Second call, men's 75 plus 2K individual pursuit to the awards area. Roger Langlois, Jose Salva Moreno Hernandez, and Leo Menestrina to the awards area, please. Agnew continuing to build his lead. .1 seconds with 2 laps to go. And there's the bell. Agnew riding his way into a World Championships and the top step of the podium, and he does it with a time of 2:39.817. Your new world champion, Jerry Agnew of the USA, 2:39.817. Second place and silver medalist Stefan Munch Hansen of Denmark with a 2:40.561. He pulled it back a bit in that final lap, but it wasn't quite enough. And we are going to the award ceremony now for the men's individual pursuit. First for the 75 plus and then for the men's 70 to 74. Men in the team pursuit, you can complete your bike check during the award ceremony. You are up next. Once again, Australia and US, you will be up first, then Area 303 and Project 320. Please proceed to bike check. You saw the reach through the net. Those two gentlemen know just how hard that race was. Once again, individual pursuiters to the awards area. Your awards are coming up now. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, California. The award ceremony of the men's 75 plus 2 kilometer individual pursuit. In third place, Roger Langlois of France. Medals presented by Harvey Nitz, 1984 Olympian. In second place, Jose Salva Moreno Hernandez of Mexico. In first place, the winner of the men's 75 plus 2-kilometer individual pursuit, Leo Menestrina of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, California. The award ceremony of the men's 70 to 74 2-kilometer individual pursuit. In third place, Jack Kelso of the United States of America. The medals are presented by Harvey Nitz of the 1984 Olympic team. In second place, Stefan Munch Hansen of Denmark. In first place, the winner of the men's 70 to 74 2-kilometer individual pursuit, Gerald Agnew of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. As we get the team pursuit squads ready, if we could have the points racers please proceed to bike check. Points racers, please proceed to bike check. Abraham, Anderson, Benitez, Cattell, Davila, Gates, Gomez, Harris, Heatley, Madoff, Phillips, Rupp, Ahumada, Anderson, Bowl, Bowling, Davy, Goldberg, Igowitz, Lackford, Mackay, Pakal, Reusser, and Shimada, please come to bike check. Thank you. From finals in the individual pursuit, we now proceed to finals in the team pursuit. 4 riders race for 3 kilometers or until they catch the other team. Winner in this heat will get on the 3rd step of the podium and the bronze medal. On the home straight, riding for Australia, Andrew Patton, Tim O'Shaughnessy, Chris Murray, and Matthew Glanville. On the back straight, riding for the USA, Christian Trigillis, David Brenton, Carl Baumgart, and Mike McCarthy. The team with the rider in white is Australia. The team with the rider in red is the USA. Each rider does a short pull at the front and then pulls off, slots back in, because they're doing 30% more work than all the other riders behind them. And Australia out quickly. Once again, the team with the rider in red is USA. The team with the rider in white is Australia. Australia continuing to build its lead. US down to 3. Australia down to 3. Time taken off of the 3rd rider. Sometimes teams will sacrifice a rider in that opening kilometer, get them up to speed, then turn it over to more endurance-based athletes to ride the remaining laps. Australia with a 1:08.455, USA with a 1:10.207. It's now 2 seconds the difference. Past the halfway point, 3 seconds the differential. Things starting to come apart for the U.S. At the 2K, it's Australia with a 2:12.904, USA with a 2:17.112. And we're going to have a catch. And Australia wins. Australia wins with the catch, wins the bronze medal. Team USA, 4th place. And some excellent bike handling. Coming up next, the heat for 1st and 2nd place. So we've got 2 teams in the final for 1st and 2nd on the home straight. Your fastest qualifiers this morning, area 303, the Boulder area code, Kevin Nicole, Colby Pierce, Benjamin Sharp, Patrick Warner, and on the back straight, Project 320 USA, Daniel Casper, David Clipper, Chris Carlson, and Tim Mulrooney. So the home straight team 303 in white helmets. The back straight team Project 320 in black helmets. Two-tenths of a second time differential this morning. This promises to be a very close race. .320 out fastest in the opening lap. Three-quarters of the Project 320 team were your champions last year. Chris Carlson replacing Dean Peterson. And Project 320 continuing to build its lead, but now Area 303 starting to pull it back. Took a few tenths out of them that last time around, coming up on the 1K split. Right now it's Project 320 back with the lead. 109.836 to 110.711. .320 fighting back, or sorry, 303 fighting back. Half a second the difference. It's getting close. 7 tenths now, 320 accelerating every little bit. 2 tenths of a second. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, they can hear you. The louder you are, the faster they go. Area 303 and Project 320 racing for gold and silver. Who will be world champion? 4 laps to go, 4 laps to go. It's 2:14.158, 2:14.200, 4/100ths of a second difference. Coming into the final 3 laps, it's Area 303 and Project 320. 320 in the black helmets, 303 in white. 303 down to 3 riders. 2.5 laps to go. 320 putting some damage into 303. Very close coming into the bell lap, ladies and gentlemen, they can hear you. 1 lap to go, 1 lap to go. Half a lap to go. Time off of the 3rd rider across the line. It's 320 in a new world's best, 3:19.245. World's best time, 3:19.245. Last call, men's points race bike check. Last call, men's points race bike check. Second place time, right behind them, only half a second. You have to give up some respect for the silver medalist, 3:19.749 for Area 303. But your new world champions, Casper, Clipper, Carlson, and Mulrooney. And we'll bring in the sponges before the points race. So points race is decided by points. Points are awarded in one of 2 ways, either by placing in the top 4 in the intermediate sprints, which occur every 10 laps. Points are 5, 3, 2, and 1. If a rider laps the field, they gain 20 points. If a rider's lapped by the field, he loses 20 points. Field is the largest group on the track, and at the end of the designated distance, points are added up and a winner is determined. I'll be keeping you up to date on the point totals as we go through the race. There will be 8 sprints in this 80-lap race at 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 0 laps to go. In the final sprint, the points are doubled, 10, 6, 4, and 2. That has been quite the decider in some of the earlier races we saw in these championships, as riders would move way up in the standings, sometimes catapulting themselves all the way into first place by virtue of taking the top prize in the final sprint. They're riders from Trinidad and Tobago, the US, Argentina, Puerto Rico, Great Britain, Switzerland, represented in our field today. And the riders are rolling out for their neutral lap. If they're handsomely bunched when they come around again, the starter will fire the pistol. That will start the race. 80 laps, the first sprint at 70 to go. Nearly full field. You can hear the rumble of the lumber. Looking for them to get together. Compacto. And they're off, 80 laps. And immediately an Argentinian rider attacks. .706 on the attack. That is Benitez, Ramon Benitez, and two other riders going with. Looks like Jonathan Davey and another rider at 717. That's Matthew Gates of the US. So Benitez's tack neutralized. Iglewitz at the front. And 739 rolls off ever so slightly. That's Adam Pakal of the United States. Now Meidhoff at the front. Jason Meidhoff of the USA. 712, Jeremy Cattell in the red. Meidhoff off the front alone. Other riders coming to chase. 747. James Shimada in the purple is doing the chasing. Field chasing at 31.5 miles an hour. That was 4 laps, 1 kilometer to go for points. Coming up on 3 laps, 750 meters for points, as Maidhoff is off by about 1/8 of a lap. 7:12 on the go again. That's Jeremy Cattell. Maidhoff off the front, 72 to go, 500 meters to go for points. His lead is building, not quite a quarter lap as 7:07 pulls through. Cesar Boll. Also of Argentina. There's the bell, 1 to go, 1 to go. Maidhoff trying to get points, and the field is flying behind him. Maidhoff will pick up maybe 2 points. So it looked like Emil Abraham of Trinidad and Tobago picking up the 5, Cattell the 3, Maidhoff the 2. Cattell on the attack, and that was Iglewitz. Iglewitz in for the 1 point. So your point total with 1 of 8 sprints completed. First place, 700, Abraham, 5 points. Second place, 712, Cattell, 3 points. Third place, 736, Maidhoff, 2 points. Fourth place, 724, Iglewitz, 1 point. Everybody else tied for 5th place. Next sprint in 7 laps. Kevin Phillips up there with Cattell. Also in that group, Justin Mackay and Martin Rupp of Switzerland. .700, Emil Abraham also in that group. So all the points up the road, as only the first 4 can score points in the intermediate sprints. The next one coming in 4 laps from now. 64 laps to go, 64 laps to go. And 5 becomes 7 as 2 more riders join. Jonathan Harris, the reigning world champion, along with 7:08, Brian Bowling of the U.S. Two more trying to join, 3 more, whoops. And there's the bell, 1 to go for points, 1 to go for points. 7:21 at the front. Jonathan Harris, your reigning world champion. He will get in for 1 point this time. So first place was 34 Mackay. Then I thought it was Cattell. We'll find out here in a second. Then Rupp. And then Harris. Cattell was second. Rupp was third. Here comes the lead group through. So your point total with 2 of 8 sprints completed. First place, 7:12, Cattell, 6 points. Two-way tie for second between 700 Abraham and 734 Mackay with 5 points apiece. Two-way tie for fourth between 736 Meidhoff and 746 Rupp with 2 points. Two-way tie for sixth between 721 and 724 Harris and Igowitz with 1 point apiece. Everyone else tied for 8th place with no points. So the largest group appears to be this lead group. Everyone else off the back. Yep, 11 in the lead group, 9 in that back group, 3 in no man's land. Coming up on 3 laps, 750 meters to go until the next set of points. This will be the third sprint at 50 laps to go. Meidhoff getting back on terms, and immediately an attack comes from the front of the field. With 2 laps, 500 meters to go, it's rider number 717 off the front. That's Matthew Gates of the USA. Putting some distance between himself and the field. He'll come up on traffic. There's the bell for the guy off the front, now the bell for the field. So Gates has to get all the way around traffic, all the way back up to that field. He'll pick up the big 5 in the meantime. So Gates picked up the big 5, then Cattell, then Harris, and Rupp. So your new point totals with 3 sprints completed. First place, 712, Cattell, 9 points. Second place, 3-way tie between 700 Abraham, 717 Gates, 734 Mackay at 5 points apiece. 2 riders tied for 5th place, 721 Harris and 746 Rupp with 3 points. 7th place is 736 Meidhoff, and 8th place 724 Igowitz with 1 point. All other riders tied for 9th place except 23 Davila Marrero, who is down a lap. Seven laps away from the halfway point. Correction, 6 laps to go until 40. It is 46 showing on the cards. A little less than a mile to go until the next sprint. The 4th of 8 sprints at the halfway point coming up 5 laps from now. 2 off the front. Gates and Reusser. Gates and Reusser off the front, both in red. Field coming through, 42 laps to go, 42 laps to go. Those 2 no longer off the front as the field have caught them with 2 laps, 500 meters to go for points. Davey at the front, winner of the scratch race last night. There's the bell, 1 to go. Jonathan Davey and riders start coming around. Meinhof and Phillips. Abraham in there for some points, as well as Phillips, I believe. So it looked like Cattell picking up another 5. Yep, Cattell picks up another 5. Harris the 3. Abraham 2. Phillips 1. Your new point totals with 4 of 8 sprints completed. First place, 712. Cattell, 14 points. Second place, 700, Abraham, 7 points, 7 points behind Cattell. Third place, 721, Harris, 6 points. Fourth place, a tie between 717 Gates and 734 Mackay at 5 points apiece. Sixth place, 746 Rupp, 3 points. Seventh place, 736 Meinhof with 2 points. Eighth place, 742 Phillips with 1 point. 4 riders tied for 9th with 0 points. Iglewitz is in 13th, down a lap with a point, gives him minus 19. All others in 14th place with minus 20 points. Next sprint, a little less than a mile from now. "35 laps to go, 35 laps to go." And Phillips at the front. "34 laps to go, 1 kilometer to points, 1 kilometer to points." And Meinhof attacks. Jason Meinhof, 736, finding his way through traffic off the back. They can take the tow, but he can't let them do any work. Jason Meinhof, 31 laps to go. He'll get the bell first. He's a quarter of a lap up. The other 2 are ineligible for points. The rest to come from the field. Number 721, bringing them through, Jonathan Harris, your reigning world champion. So Meinhof picks up the 5. Harris is going to pick up the 3. The 2 points will go to Cattell and the last point to Abraham. Your new point totals with 5 of 8 sprints completed. First place, 712, Cattell, 16 points. Second place, 721, Harris, 9 points. Third place, 700, Abraham, 8 points. Fourth place, 736, Meinhof with 7 points. Fifth place, a 2-way tie between 717 Gates and 734 Mackay, 5 points apiece. "27 laps to go, 27 laps to go." Meinhof barely an 1/8 of a lap up on the field. Meinhof being chased by 745, Joshua Reusser. And Abraham up there as well, Emil Abraham of Trinidad and Tobago. "24 laps to go, 6 kilometers remaining in the race, 1 kilometer remaining until the anti-penultimate sprint, the sprint before last. Five riders up the road, all points up the road. 750 meters to go for points, 23 laps to go. "22 laps, 500 meters to go, and 7:21, Jonathan Harris of Great Britain looks to bridge. Harris, the reigning world champion. 21 laps to go, there's the bell. So the first across the line was Gates, then it was Cattell, then Abraham, then Meinhof. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Your new point totals with 6 of 8 sprints completed. First place, 7:12, Cattell, 19 points. Second place, a tie between 700 Abraham and 717 Gates with 10 points. Fourth place, 721 Harris with 9 points. Fifth place, 736 Meinhof with 8 points. Sixth place, 734 Mackay with 5 points. Seventh place, 746 Rupp with 3 points. Eighth place, 742 Phillips with 1 point. Seven riders off the front of the field. About a quarter of a lap up on the field. 16 laps to go, 4 kilometers remaining in the race. "15 laps to go. "14 laps to go, 1 kilometer to go for points. About a quarter of a lap lead for that lead group over the field. As 739 Pakal of the United States comes to the front. "13 laps to go. Now riders starting to pick it up in that breakaway group. It's starting to pull itself apart with 12 laps, 500 meters to go for points, 3 kilometers remaining in the race. It's Cattell and Gates at the front, and then they've got Harris behind them. Meinhof in there as well with 1 to go for points. Everybody watching around. And it might be Abraham coming up, but now a kick And so it was number 12, Jeremy Cattell picking up more points, 5 more points. Abraham 3 more points. 21, Harris picked up 2 more points. And 45, Reusser picked up 1 point. So with 7 of 8 sprints completed, first place 712, Cattell 24 points. Second place 700, Abraham 13 points. Third place 721, Harris with 11 points. Fourth place 717, Gates with 10 points. Fifth place 736, Meidhoff with 8 points. Points are doubled in the final sprint, 10, 6, 4, and 2. Cattell essentially untouchable coming into the final sprint, but the podium could see a big shakeup under the right circumstances with those double points in the final sprint. 6 laps to go, a little less than a mile remaining. Men 45 to 54, 3-kilometer team pursuit. Podium, please come to the awards area. Patton, O'Shaughnessy, Murray, Glenville, Nicole, Pierce, Sharp, Warner, Casper, Clipper, Carlson, Mulrooney. You are needed in the awards area. Thank you. 5 laps to go. So 712, Cattell taking no chances off the front. Three laps to go. Cattell with about an 1/8 of a lap on the field. They're starting to pick it up. Phillips at the front. Phillips flying. Coming into 2 to go. Phillips, Abraham. And it's opened up, and Meidhoff comes to the front with 1 to go. 1 to go for Meidhoff. Meidhoff currently sitting in 5th place with 8 points. And it's Harris, the reigning world champion, that wants the big bonus. And so Harris crosses the line first, Abraham, and then I think it was 17. Cattell fell back in the field, made sure he was safe. 21 Harris picking up 10 points. Should take him right behind Cattell. And so it's first place, 712, Cattell, 24 points, your new world champion. Second place, silver medalist Jonathan Harris, 21 points. And third place, 700, Emil Abraham, the bronze. Sprinters to bike check, Your event will be immediately following the awards ceremony for men's team pursuit and men's points race. Colby Pierce to the awards area. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, the awards ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles. The awards ceremony of the men's 45 to 54 3-kilometer team pursuit. In third place, Andrew Patton, Tim O'Shaughnessy, Chris Murray, and Matthew Glanville of Australia. The awards are presented by Harvey Nitz of the 1984 Olympic team. In second place, Kevin Nicole, Colby Pierce, Benjamin Sharp, Patrick Warner of the United States of America. In first place, the winners of the men's 45 to 54 3-kilometer team pursuit. Daniel Casper, David Clipper, Chris Carlson, Tim Mulrooney of the United States of America. The winners are presented with wood from the construction of the velodrome. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, the award ceremony of the men's 40 to 44 points race. In third place, Emil Abraham of Trinidad and Tobago. The awards presented by Harvey Nitz of the 1984 U.S. Olympic team. In second place, Jonathan Harris of Great Britain. In first place, the winner of the men's 40 to 44 20-kilometer points race, Jeremy Cattell of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. Our next event will be the finals, the first ride in the final round for the women's 35 to 39 sprint. Each of these sprint final rides will be a best of 3 series. We'll go through the age groups 35 to 39, 40 to 44, 45 to 49, 50 to 54, all the way up to 60 plus. First with a heat for 3rd and 4th place, then a heat for 1st and 2nd place. And each of them will do best of 3 rides. So in the first ride of the heat for 3rd and 4th place in the final round of the women's 35 to 39 sprint, Lindsay Hamilton of the United States in black will be on the inside, and Erin Glover of the United States in red and black will be on the outside. Their position will be reversed in the second ride. If this series goes to a 3rd ride, they will once again draw for position, and by the random drawing of lots, their position will be determined. Hamilton in front, Glover behind. This is a 3-lap race. Competitors ride tactically to try to have their opponent where they want to have them over the last part of the last lap, when they can unleash the maximum amount of speed. Coming into the bell lap, 1 to go. It's Hamilton in front, Glover behind. Hamilton's going to hit the 200-meter line first. Glover coming up alongside. She has the longer way to come around. Hamilton holding her on her shoulder as they come down to the line. It's going to be Glover taking the first ride. Hamilton will get a chance to get even in a second ride. If she does so, she'll send it to a decider. Whoever wins the best of up to 3 rides will win the bronze. Loser will take 4th place. Coming up next, the heat for first and second place in the final round of the women's 35 to 39 sprint. On the inside, it's going to be Laurel Lee Moss of Australia. And on the outside, it's going to be 203 Sarah Fader of the US. Moss in the white, green, and yellow of Australia. Fader in the red, white, and blue of the United States of America. Fader on the outside, our fastest qualifier. Women 45 to 49, please proceed to the ready area. Women 45 to 49, please proceed to the ready area. Thank you. Moss in front, Fader behind. Fader on the inside, bell rings, she has the pole lane. Fader hits the 200-meter line first. Moss down, running up as she comes through the turn. Fader on the inside, Moss on the outside is going to come down the line, and ooh, looked to me like Fader got across first, but we'll get you the official call here momentarily. It was Fader. That was ride one of the women 35 to 39. Now we're going to have ride one for the women 40 to 44. Coming up first, the heat for third and fourth place between Jen Featheringgill and Kami Cornely, both of the United States. Cornely in the red, white, and blue. Featheringgill in the outside position in the black kit with the checkerboard on the side of Bike Central Barber Vet. Featheringgill on the inside now. Cornely on the outside. Two laps to go. And Cami hits the 200-meter line first. Cornely in front, Fithergill behind, and Cornely will take the first ride. Fithergill will have a chance to get even. Almost 34 miles an hour, the final 200 meters. Coming up next, the first ride of the heat for first and second place in the women's 40 to 44. On the inside, Rebecca Whedon of Australia. She will be in the white, green, and yellow of Australia. On the outside, Caroline van Herikhuizen of the Netherlands. She will be in red, white, and black. Last call, rider 135, Kira Maximovich of the USA to the ready area. Last call for Kira Maximovich. So due to drawing the inside position, Whedon is obliged to lead the first part of the first lap unless overtaken by Van Herikhuizen behind her. And Herikhuizen with several medals already in these championships. Whedon in front, Van Herikhuizen behind. Van Herikhuizen gets the pole, 1 lap to go. Big gap as they come onto the home straight. Van Herikhuizen crossed the line first, takes the first ride. We will now have a presentation due to her opponent being unable to continue the competition. Christina Dercole wins the bronze. Now we go on to ride 1 of the heat for first and second place in the final round of the women's 45 to 49 sprint. On the inside, rider 127 from New Zealand, Erin Criglington. On the outside from the USA, rider 135, Kira Maximovich. Maximovich in blue, Criglington in white and black. Criglington in front, Maximovich behind. Two laps to go. Criglington on the inside, Maximovich on the outside. Maximovich at the higher altitude. Criglington takes the pole, hits the 200-meter line first. Maximovich using the banking to give herself a start. Racing side by side. Maximovich takes the first ride. Coming up next, the first ride in the heat for third and fourth place in the final round of the women's 50 to 54 sprint. Riding on the inside, wearing blue from the USA, Lisa Nutter. On the outside, in the white, green, and yellow of Australia, Deborah Coles. Coles seemingly to prefer a little bit of speed in the early going. Nutter in front, Coles behind. Coming into the bell lap, it'll be one to go. Nutter in front, Nutter has the pole. Hits the 200-meter line. Coles on the outside. Nutter trying to take the shortest way around the track, and it's going to be Nutter across the line first. She will take the first ride. Lisa Nutter of the USA. In the first ride of the heat for first and second place in the final round of the women's 50 to 54, on the inside, it's going to be rider number 80, Suzanne Goodwin, wearing red and blue from the USA. And on the outside, rider number 84 from Australia, Sally McKenna, wearing the white, green, and yellow of Australia. Goodwin in front, McKenna behind. McKenna now in front, ever so slightly on the inside. Goodwin on the outside. McKenna in front, Goodwin behind. And McKenna crosses the line first, takes the first ride. Coming up next, the first ride of the heat for third and fourth place in the final round of the women's 55 to 59 sprint. On the inside, wearing yellow and black, Deb Matz of the United States. And on the outside, in the red, white, and blue, Lillian Fluke, also of the United States. Matz on the outside, Fluke on the inside. Both riders going high on the track. Fluke comes down into the pole lane. 2 laps to go. There's the bell. Matz on the outside, Fluke on the inside. Fluke hits the 200-meter line first. Matz with the longer way to go around. Lillian Fluke crosses the line first, takes the first ride. Coming up next, the first ride in the heat for first and second place for the final round of the women's 55 to 59 sprint on the inside. Riding for Australia, rider number 55, Anna Witten, and on the outside, rider 56, Annette Williams, riding for the US. Williams in the blue helmet. And blue skin suit, Witten in the white, green and yellow of Australia. Witten in front, Williams behind. Witten his 200-meter line first. And Witten crosses start-finish line first. She wins the first ride. Williams will get a second chance in the second ride coming up later in the program. Coming up next, the first ride in the heat for third and fourth between the two women in the final round of the women's 60-plus sprint. On the inside, wearing red, white, and blue, Bonnie Woodbury of the United States, and on the outside, Sarah Stearns in red and white, also of the United States. Woodbury in front, Stearns behind, 2 laps to go. And with the bell, Woodbury's in front, Stearns behind. Woodbury crosses the line first, wins the first ride. Coming up next, the first ride in the heat for first and second place in the final round of the women's 60-plus sprint. On the outside in red and blue, Anne-Marie Love of the United States. And coming up on the inside with the black skin suit with stars, it is Lon Tran of the United States. Love at the front. And Tran has the inside, Love on the outside, half a lap to go. And Lon Tran crosses the line first. Now we are starting the second rides for the women's sprints. This is now the second ride in the heat for third and fourth for the final round of the women's 35 to 39. On the outside, Lindsay Hamilton in the black, and on the inside, Erin Glover in the red and black, both riders of the U.S. Erin Glover won the first ride. She can win the bronze medal by winning this second ride. Hamilton can send it to a decider and win the bronze by winning this ride and their third ride. She's got to win this one first. Glover in front, Hamilton behind. Glover comes to the pole lane first, hits the 200-meter lines first. Hamilton trying to run up on Glover. Glover in the turn with a smaller distance to come around. And it's going to come right down to the line. It's going to be Hamilton evening it up, sends it to the decider. We will see these two again in a third ride to decide bronze. In the second ride of the heat for first and second place in the final round of the women's 35 to 39, Sarah Fader in the red, white, and blue will be on the inside. 209 Laurel Lee Moss will be on the outside. Fader won the first ride. Fader in front, Moss on the outside. Both riders high on the 2 stories of Siberian pine banking. Fader at the front, Moss behind. And Sarah Fader takes it in two, your new world champion, Laura Lee Moss, silver medalist. Coming up next, the second ride in the heat for third and fourth place in the final round of the women's 40 to 44 sprint. Coming up on the inside, it's going to be rider 179 Jen Featheringill of the US, and on the outside, Cami Cornely of the US in the red, white, and blue. Cornley won the first ride. Featheringill can send it to a decider by winning this ride. This is the second ride in a best-of-3 series between these two riders in a competition for the bronze medal. Featheringill at the front. Hits the 200-meter line first. Camille Cornely coming over the top. And takes it to the line first. She wins the bronze. Jen Featheringill, fourth place at the World Championships. Coming up next, the second ride in the heat for first and second place in the final round of the women's 40 to 44. On the inside, wearing red and black, riding for the Netherlands, Caroline van Herikhuizen. And on the outside, Rebecca Whedon in the white of Australia. Van Herikhuizen in the front won the first ride. She wins this one, she becomes world champion. Whedon wins, it goes to a decider. Whedon wins that one, she becomes world champion. Van Herrenhuizen hits the 200-meter line first. Whedon with ground to make up. Coming down to the line, Whedon making a charge, but Herrenhuizen gets across the line first, takes it in two. Your new world champion, Rebecca Whedon, silver medalist. She seems okay with that. Caroline Van Herrenhuizen. Coming up next, the second ride in the heat for first and second place in the final round of the women's 45 to 49 between Erin Kringlington on the outside in the white and black and Kira Maximovich in the blue, who will be on the inside of this second ride. Maximovich in front, Kringlington behind. 2 laps to go. Maximovich in front, top qualifier, won the first ride, and she gets the bike across first. She is your new world champion. Erin Kringlington, second place, silver medal. Coming up next, the second ride in the heat for third and fourth place in the final round of the women's 50 to 54. On the inside, Deborah Coles of Australia. On the outside, Lisa Nutter of the United States. Nutter in blue, Coles in white. Coles in front, Nutter behind. Nutter won the first ride. Coles needs to win the second ride if she wants to send it to a decider. Otherwise, Lisa Nutter will take the third step and the bronze medal on the podium. Cole's making a charge now, coming right down to the line, and outside. Cole sends it to the decider. So coming on track now, on the outside, it will be Suzanne Goodwin of the United States in red and blue. On the inside, it's going to be Sally McKenna of Australia in the white. McKenna in front, Goodwin behind. McKenna won the first ride. Wins this one, she becomes world champion. Goodwin still with a shot. She wins this one, sends it to the decider, wins that one, she is world champion. And Goodwin gets the pole at the front, 250 meters to go. Going to hit that 200-meter line first. And Goodwin gets across the line first. So another race going to the decider. Up next, the second ride of the heat for third and fourth place in the final round of the women's 55 to 59 sprint. In the red, white, and blue on the inside, Lillian Fluke of the United States. On the outside, Deb Matz. In the yellow and black, also of the U.S. Fluke on the front, the red, white, and blue won the first ride. Matz in yellow and black. One lap to go. Fluke takes it in two, wins the bronze medal. Coming up, the second ride in the heat for first and second place of the final round of the women's 55 to 59. On the inside, it's going to be rider number 56, Annette Williams in blue. Anna Witten of Australia, who won the first ride, will be on the outside. Williams in front, Witten behind. Williams hits the 200-meter line first. And Williams crosses the line first. That should send it to a decider. 33 miles an hour, the final 200 meters. Coming up next, the second rides in the final round of the women's 60 plus. First up, the heat for third and fourth place. On the outside, Bonnie Woodbury in the red, white, and blue. On the inside, Sarah Stearns in the red and white. Bonnie Woodbury won the first ride. Winner of this best of three wins the bronze medal. Helicopter has left due to an inability to take race photos. And Woodbury comes to the front. Woodbury in front, Stearns behind. And there's the bell, 1 lap to go. Woodbury in front, Stearns behind. And coming right down the line is going to be Woodbury across the line first, takes it in 2. She is your bronze medalist. 29 miles an hour in the women's 60 plus. Coming up next, the second ride in the heat for first and second place in the final round of the women's 60 plus sprint. And so I've been notified of a relegation in the heat for first and second in the women's 55 to 59. A relegation for rider 56, Annette Williams, for entering the sprinter's lane when the opponent was already there. This is the second ride in the heat for first and second between Anne-Marie Love in the red and blue and Lon Tran in black with stars. Love on the inside, Tran on the outside. Tran won the first ride. And Lon Tran opens up a gap on Anne-Marie Love, hits the 200-meter line. Powering down the back straight, Lon Tran. Tran in front with a clean set of wheels, heading for home. Lon Tran, world champion. And now we go to the deciding ride. Deciding ride in the heat for third and fourth place in the final round of the women's 35 to 39 sprint. On the inside, rider 204 Erin Glover of the United States in red and black. On the outside, Lindsay Hamilton of the US in black. Winner wins the bronze. Both riders high on the track. Glover in front, Hamilton behind. Bell lap. Glover hits the 200-meter line first. Hamilton with a burst of speed. It's going to come right down on the line. Side by side, they're racing. Glover and Hamilton is going to be, I want to say Glover. Inside, Glover, Aaron Glover, bronze medalist. I just like to see you suffer, Brian. Lindsay Hamilton, 4th place. And so in the 3rd and deciding ride in the heat for 3rd and 4th place of the final round of women's 50 to 54 sprint, the inside rider will be Lisa Nutter of the United States wearing blue. On the outside, Deborah Coles of Australia wearing white. Two laps to go, Nutter at the front. Coles on the outside, now she's coming to the front. Bell and 1 to go, Bell and 1 to go. Coles at the front, Nutter behind. Coles is your bronze medalist, Nutter 4th place. Coming up next. The 3rd and deciding ride in the heat for 1st and 2nd place in the women's 50 to 54 sprint. On the inside, it's going to be Suzanne Goodwin wearing red and blue. On the outside, it will be Sally McKenna in the white. And it's McKenna at the front. And Goodwin at the front, 1.5 laps to go. And side by side, they start their final lap. Goodwin on the inside, McKenna on the outside. McKenna digging deep with the longer way to come around. Side by side, they're coming right down the line. Goodwin and McKenna, McKenna and Goodwin, and it's gonna be, ooh. McKenna, outside, McKenna, your new world champion. Suzanne Goodwin, a very close second, silver medal. How about a big round of applause for both of these women? And that concludes our racing. We will be going to awards. All sprinters to awards at this time. I'm not done yet. Don't jinx me. Once again, we need Glover, Moss, and Fader in the awards area. We need Cornely, Whedon, and Van Herikhuizen in the awards area. We need Dercole, Cringlington, and Maximovich in the awards area. We need Coles, Goodwin, and McKenna in the awards area. Fluke, Williams, and Witten. Woodbury, Tran, and Love. Laurel Lee Moss. Laurel Lee Moss, you are needed in the awards area. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, California. The award ceremony of the women's 35 to 39 sprint. In third place, Erin Glover of the United States of America. The medals presented by our oldest competitor in these championships, Pat Baker. In second place, Laurel Lee Moss of Australia. In first place, the winner of the women's 35 to 39 sprint, Sarah Fader of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, California, the award ceremony of the women's 40 to 44 sprint. In third place, Cammie Cornley of the United States of America. Medals presented by Pat Baker. In second place, Rebecca Whedon of Australia. In first place, the winner of the women's 40 to 44 sprint, Caroline van Herikhuizen of the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, California, the award ceremony of the women's 45 to 49 sprint. In third place, Christine Dercole of the United States of America. In second place, Erin Criglington of New Zealand. In first place, the winner of the women's 45 to 49 sprint, Kira Maximovich of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, California. The awards ceremony of the women's 50 to 54 sprint. In third place, Deborah Coles of Australia. Medals presented by Pat Baker. In second place, Suzanne Goodwin of the United States of America. In first place, the winner of the women's 50 to 54 sprint, Sally McKenna of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, California. The awards ceremony of the women's 55 to 59 sprint. In third place, Lillian Fluke of the United States of America. In second place, Annette Williams of the United States of America. In first place, the winner of the women's 55 to 59 sprint, Anna Whitten of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters World Championships in Los Angeles, the award ceremony of the women's 60-plus sprint. In third place, Bonnie Woodbury of the United States of America. In second place, Anne Marie Love of the United States of America. In first place, the winner of the women's 60-plus sprint, Lon Tran of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. Okay, and we would like to do a group podium shot, I'm told, as well for all of the women sprinters. So women sprinters, please return to the awards area for a group photo. And thus concludes the UCI 2017 Masters Track Cycling World Championships. On behalf of the staff of the VELO Sports Center, our volunteers, the officials, and timing crew, we hope you'll join us again in 2018 at the next UCI Masters Track Cycling World Championships.